the bigger than blood, bigger than Crips, whatever you talking about.
Them got word that Walka was saying he was bloody and I don't want to be in mash mode, and bro be in the house all the time. We don't want him in mash mode and all this.
No matter I got all A's and I got a football game come Friday, bro, you touch my brother, we about to beat your bitch today. And it's Friday. I got the game later on.
Just because we from the hood or because we young and we black and we sag or we dress like this and dress like that we idiots.
It's easy to write them off because of how they dressed, how they moved, how they carried themselves. But in the context of that era, they were chasing the same image everyone else was chasing. At that time, the rapper was the gangster, the trapper, the pimp. Like so many others in Houston, Mash Mode was striving to become exactly that. Not just criminals, not just a gang, but artists trying to survive in a city where music, street identity, and ambition were inseparable.
But at some point, you decided to become a blood. What led to that?
Man, I'm gonna put it to you like this, brother. You know, on that blood man, we had shit that overrode that, man. We had shit that was bigger than blood, bigger than Crips, whatever you talking about over here in this section in Mo City. Like shit had the clique shit, you know what I'm saying, first. Started the clique, you know what I'm saying, in high school.
Mash Mode started, right?
Right.
We in middle school going towards high school, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Black boy really ain't, I'm saying Walk, you know what I'm saying, Black boy, he really ain't getting to Mash Mode like that because he was like, man, JT, I'm a blood, bro. I ain't even trying to do that. And I used to be like, bro, we turned over here, you know what I'm saying? Cause I used to go to Mo City and Queer Run to go with my nigga Jamar, Warren, D-Money, Bullet, you know what I'm saying? Sancho used to be over there. A lot of other little all my Mash Mode niggas, you know what I'm saying? But Walk ain't never used to want to come over there. He used to be like, bro, I'm not riding my bike from Fresno all the way to Old Mo City, you know what I'm saying? I used to be active, you know what I'm saying? So I used to ride my bike all around this from Mo City to Southwest. I used to ride my bike for miles, you know what I'm saying? I was an active nigga, you know what I'm saying? So Walk used to be like, bro, I'm bloody. I ain't want to be in Mash Mode. And then them got word that Walka was saying he was bloody and I don't want to be in Mash Mode, and bro be in the house all the time. We don't want him in Mash Mode and all this. So all this shit was going on and I was like the middle nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I used to be like, bro, I'm finna bring your bitch over here. You finna meet everybody, you know what I'm saying? You already know some of the niggas, but you finna meet the little old heads. He was like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna come.
We bumped into bro, like I say, on that type of time. He might have got a pass because a couple people, man, like I say, that was that high tower section. By this time, we heavy, you know what I'm saying? We heavy than a bitch, man. Anybody in Mo City really trying to be in Mash Mode. And then if you get rejected, you might start your own clique or some shit like that. But like, niggas was trying to jump down with that. They was gravitating to that movement, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's how we started the clique culture. Hey, bro, you like me. Hey, you rap, I want to rap. You want to rap? Hey, bet, we're going to do that. Hey, you don't rap, but you a solid nigga. Hey, one of my partners had all the games at his house. That's how he became a part of the clique. Hey, bro, you got all the games we didn't have. We going to come to your house and play them hoes. You cool than a bitch. You going to let us play this bitch for real? Because when I was growing up in the hood, niggas ain't had no game to let a nigga play that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Or if you did, it was hard to come across because mom and them work hard than a bitch. And hours to go get this game, bro. You ain't trying to break that hoe, bro. So, like, I ain't letting you touch this bitch. So when we start getting around each other, and that's how our brotherhood formulated. You know what I'm saying? We start building love in our foundation. So that's why it was so many crash out moments, because I love the nigga. You feel me? Like, I love my brother, bro. No matter I got all A's and I got a football game come Friday, bro. You touch my brother, we about to beat your bitch today. And it's Friday. I got the game later on.
But Walk was a that loved to stay inside though. You know what I'm saying? He was one of them that loved to stay in the house. Like, man, I'm finna eat. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's Albert, man. Fat Albert. He like to eat, stay in the house, chill, get on the game. He'll come outside and bullshit around, freestyle, but he was always freestyling, writing, you know what I'm saying? Doing all that shit in the inside, you know what I'm saying? Always a player.
At what point does Walk come to Mash Mode?
Walk came a little bit after we started that shit. You know what I'm saying? He a couple years younger than me and my little brother. I love him to death. But he came a little bit after the fact. And but was most definitely a figure in the clique.
How did he get to the clique?
He came through my nigga Juice. Shout out my nigga JT.
I dragged the nigga out the house, you know what I'm saying? But me and Walk, if you know me and Walk, we used to always be fighting each other. Like, we used to stay fighting each other over stupid shit. I used to be trying to bully on him. I used to be like, you always staying in the house, nigga, you a house nigga. The nigga used to probably steal off on me. I'd get the best of Walk. He'd be like, damn, bitch, I can't never whoop you. You know what I'm saying? I can't never do this, you know what I'm saying? I can't never do this. I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? But we was always around the same age, but I'm kind of like a year older than Rock, you know what I'm saying? So I used to be trying to bully this bro and take him out the highs and shit. He used to be like, bitch, I'm tired of you, bitch. Get out my highs, bitch. I ain't fighting you no more, bitch. I don't got time to be fighting you. But that how used to always be like, come on back over, bitch. Get on the game, bitch. You need to stay in the highs, bitch. You need to write rhymes and shit. I used to be like, I can't do this, that's for you. You hard. Boom. So he ain't really start Mash Mode with us, but he was one of the main niggas in Mash Mode, know what I'm saying? If that make any sense. He was one of the main niggas, but he ain't start Mash Mode, but he was brought to Mash Mode and he was one of them generals in Mash Mode too though.
It was a bunch of niggas that had nothing to do with no game banging in Mash Mode, know what I'm saying? But, you know, it turned that way. A lot of niggas ended up being blood, you feel me? But we all had inspiration of rapping. Know what I'm saying? Like, niggas was freestyling every day on the corner. You feel me? Like, but it wasn't even a rap clique neither. It was literally a clique of niggas, young niggas inspired to do something. And we had a brotherhood with that. Know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a young brotherhood, man. And we came together and we kept mashing that shit. Some Mash Mode. Know what I'm saying? We was mobbing, mob stars. Right. Know what I'm saying? So, shit, yeah, it was very powerful. It was down there like a family outside of my family. For sure.
You know, we were definitely with that music, so lyrically inclined. Definitely got to show you got some, you know what I'm saying, some spunk about yourself, man. Don't be out here getting hoed and, you know, shit like that, man. They call you Jersey number, man, getting the game.
Okay. You know he already could rap hard. So bro used to always come up with these mean get money plans, know what I'm saying? Hey bro, we need to drop these tapes. Know what I'm saying? What he brought to Mash Mode was what we ain't have, know what I'm saying? A lot of Mash Mode used to probably hustle, break into cars and shit, or some just was on the hose, or just bum. Some just was stiff, know what I'm saying? And so it was just so crazy, know what I'm saying? We had so much talent and we had a bunch of bullshit too, but it all outweighed each other, know what I'm saying? So Walk used to always come up with plans, bro, about getting to the cake, bro. Like, hey, bro, let's sell CDs, or hey, we all need to rap. Us four need to rap, or us five need to rap, know what I'm saying? This before Bully was even rapping, know what I'm saying? Sunshine was not even rapping at this time. It was just probably like a handful of niggas rapping.
Before Sauce, it was Mash Mode. Mash Mode we had our run in the building, you dig what I'm saying? Like, knew we had mixtape pressing them up, selling them, you dig what I'm saying? I wasn't really giving a fuck about it. I was on songs, but I wasn't really caring about being in the studio for real, you dig what I'm saying?
And I used to just be hyped and ready to fight, you know what I'm saying? But he used to always make these live plans about getting money, and I feel like that made him one of those guys because he switched the narrative with everybody. Like, let's get money instead of just going to parties and shutting them hoes down. That shit cool and all, but let's get money with this shit. Let's rap. Let's really be out here. And he was always like that, like, let's really be out here, know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like me whooping niggas or doing shit, putting harm and fear into niggas, I feel like that was what I wanted to do. Like, this how I'm gonna get known, know what I'm saying? Or this how niggas gonna know me, this how I'm gonna be who I am, know what I'm saying?
Mo City is known for a lot of things, but music is what introduced the culture of Mo City to the world.
Mayor, and on behalf of the City Council and the citizens of Missouri City, do hereby proclaim February the 10th, 2018 as Travis Scott Day.
Some of the more notable artists in Mo City might be Texas Boys, Mauna Leo, or Travis Scott. But Zero is who put Mo City on the map. Zero had one of the most legendary runs that Houston has ever seen. He had songs with icons like Scarface and the Ghetto Boys. Sauce Walka casually and routinely saw people like Zero and DJ Screw growing up.
So I split my time between that and my mama house. But when I'm over there with my mama and shit, it's where I'm like we in the apartments, you know what I'm saying? Right. So like we like outside in the mix, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's a special time in Houston. Like Screw's still alive, Screw tapes coming out. Zero had an apartment in the apartment complex, like around the corner type shit. Like it was just like some crazy time to be on the southwest side of Houston. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. It was just a lot of shit happening.
You had the whole street military era where Zero was a part of that, so they was ripping and running through the Waltz Nest. Shout out Waltz Nest. Even though they from the Clark, a lot of that used to slide through because Mo City and Hearn Clark kind of right next door to each other. So a lot of the people from Hearn Clark be in Mo City and vice versa. And just the whole Screw era, you know what I'm saying? When it touched that side, we was rocking. So it was the same thing for anyone on the south side. SUC was the blueprint, you know what I'm saying, for H-Time, for the outside of town. And in Mo City, Zero most definitely was the most prominent figure, and he kind of put us on the map from a music perspective.
At this time, Houston was on fire. The city had multiple artists who had already gone mainstream.
With my boy, Mike Joe! Ice Age Entertainment, H-Town, we got a problem, baby.
And the winner is Chameleonaire featuring Crazy Bone.
The South was on top, and Houston led the charge. When the culture became the blueprint, everywhere you looked, the top charting rappers were appropriating Houston's culture. The slang, the sound, the energy. And they weren't just copying it. They were working with Houston rappers, paying homage. From Lil Wayne to Drake, the influence was undeniable. What made Houston different, though, was respect. Houston paid homage to its elders.
And I do want to give a special rest in peace shout out to Fat Pat, DJ Screw, Hawk, who's a legendary Screwed Up Click member who lost his life.
Between 2003 and 2006, Houston was nationally recognized as the epicenter of hip hop. But even though Houston artists had gone mainstream, they were still visible, accessible, and still part of the streets. The Screwed Up Click was a major force in the city. Big Hawk, H-A-W-K, was making music with Missouri City artists.
I was already rapping probably on a more grander scale than some of my other counterparts in the clique, because I was a part of Mouse of the South, which was a solely rap clique. It was just a rap clique in Mo City. And Walk was one of them who would rap with me. You feel me? We freestyle contests. Couldn't out rap me. When you go back in that time frame, like shout out to my nigga Cam, even though he ain't no match, my nigga Cameron Drake, but like bro from the 4, by way of the park, 100 niggas, shout out to them niggas. He one of them niggas that used to rap with me when we was in middle school, beating on tables and shit like that with pencils and spoons and shit like that. And I kept going with that shit. And Walt, once he came around, he so happened to be a nigga that was just like me. You feel me? He wanted to rap. He ate, slept, woke up that shit. You know what I'm saying? We be together and rap for 2 hours straight, no fall off.
At some point, you meet Sauce Walka. Was he going by the name Sauce Walka at this time?
Oh no, they was calling him A-Walk or Walk. Yeah, I met him. He called my phone. Like we both was rapping at the time. We both kind of buzzing in Mo City. That's what I remember. So when he called my phone, like, you know, back then the landline go off, you happy anyway. Like, that's how I used to be. I used to feel like it was a little female calling me, and it just felt more special to talk on the phone back then. So my phone ring, I'm already live because I see like the area code, and he tell me, I'm like, who this is, Walt? He's like, man, I like your song. I was like, I fuck with your shit too. You know what I'm saying? I'm really happy because he hearing about me buzzing on the side of the Mo on some like city buzz shit, and I'm hearing about him, and he calling me to use one of my songs. So he like, I heard one of your songs on a mixtape, can I use the hook? So I'm like, shit, I'm like, yeah, I'm really happy because I'm like, that'll be live. I'm like, just shout me out. Sure enough, when he made his next mixtape, because he still is too, he's making some good money and shit. Like, he put my name at the end of the shit. It was called If You Don't Like Me, Then Fight Me. And that's the song I had with Jay Rainey, the big homie. He was on there. That's the ironic part about it. So I gave it to him, then I'm like, hey, we should start doing music like after that. He started coming through, like, we did like 2 or 3 albums. That's why I showed you that picture. Like, he on that's one of the albums with him on there. Mm-hmm. So after we do a couple albums, he used to come through the hood and freestyle at the park. Same park. We'll do some songs, do an album, then go to the park and freestyle in front of everybody. I'm talking about that nigga going off. Like,
that just, I already knew, like, prior to me getting locked up, it was already like damn near destined, like, oh, that nigga train. That nigga either gonna be a football star or that nigga gonna be a rapper. You feel me? And with Walk, that nigga gonna be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the business was. So shit, hell yeah.
I owned a record store in the heart of South Park, which was King's Flea Market. We had a record store inside of King's Flea Market, which we sold CDs, DVDs. It was jumping. You know, it's equivalent to Big T Bazaar in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? It's equivalent to that. So all the local rappers would bring they music by the shop, you know what I'm saying? And we had a magazine, a DVD magazine called Scissor Magazine. And it had Mash Mode on the cover. And this was one of the top selling magazines at this time at my shop. So I'm looking through it and it had A-Walk on there rapping. So I'm wondering why everybody, this is our top selling item at the time. So I watch it and I see young A-Walk with, you know, Sauce Walka rapping, and I'm like, damn, that was my first time seeing him. So, you know, from that point, I knew, hey, this young man gonna be a star, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was live.
so after we do a couple albums, he used to come through the hood and freestyle at the park. Same park. We'll do some songs, do an album, then go to the park and freestyle in front of everybody. I'm talking about that nigga going off. Like, when I first met him, I had a group of people in Young ENT, that's what it was called. We was raw. I felt like I was one of the top ones, but when he came around, it was apparent like me and him was neck and neck damn near. He'll edge me sometimes. I'm like, this nigga raw. I'm already knowing I'm colder, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real though. But after a while, they started telling me like, damn, you know he from over there. Like we basically each other's op. Don't even know it. Cause we impressionable at that time, you know? We under these people, we ain't gonna choose I know I didn't, I chose loyalty. I'm like, damn, now look at this shit. I'm like, that's crazy how life works. But you gotta be, it's loyalty though. It's loyalty, like hereditarily, he from over there. So that's what I had to do. I had to let bro go, but he understood it too. And that's when, like, right after that, it's so crazy. A lot of that shit happened. So I be thinking sometimes, what, we was smart enough to, like, stop that shit? I'm like, nah, that shit was given to us from different ways, though. You feel me? So I'm like, damn. See the nigga on TV, I be like,